The most common challenges are budget constraints, obviously. I hear more and more about response times from salespeople. So if somebody submits an inquiry, what's the response time in getting back to them? Venue availability and logistic coordination is a big one. For Crotonville, first of all, when you describe the CMP to people, and I just did it yesterday for a customer, you do a comparison for an a la carte hotel compared to the CMP. You clearly show them that the CMP meets their budgets or can meet their budget, and there aren't hidden costs. And we are flexible in our pricing to an extent when it's a reasonable request. The response time and accuracy, my philosophy is if a customer has the time or is taking the time out of their day to reach out to us, the least we can do is reach out to them as quickly as possible. So it's either same day or at the very longest 24-hour response time for every inquiry, whether it comes in via website or phone call or whatever. Building that relationship and building that trust is really important. And then lastly, for availability and logistics, if you don't have a date available, then your next question is always, are you flexible and offering some options? But the logistic coordination also is really important with our dedicated conference planners, right? The sales team and the conference planning team work hand in hand. We're not a chain property where there's a off-premise sales office. The sales team is here on property, and we work directly with the conference planners to turn over after a group is booked, and the conference planners jump into the process and meet the client. They set up planning calls, they set up site tours to go through logistics, and they're there from the planning start to the execution of the program. There's actually a couple that come to mind. I'm not going to mention company names, but a couple of larger programs booked. We negotiated the contracts. We got through that process, signed contract. We did the turnover process with conference planning. And then myself or one of my sales managers, whoever sold it, had stayed in the loop with planning. We have weekly sales calls. So this has happened for 3 big programs that one just took place and 2 are coming up. We do weekly calls with the planner and the group contact, and the salesperson is involved as well. It's great communication. It's consistent. There's no surprises. So it's a great seamless flow. And for this last program, it led to amazing execution. And there was 200 plus people for 5 days and rave reviews. I think, first of all, the property itself, just the layout, the walk and talk opportunities from meeting space to meal space and back makes the property stand out. And then what makes it easier for them to focus on logistics, conference planners on site, the sales team on site. I've dedicated AV and conference services staff that are part of site visits or part of pre-planning visits, making sure that the technology is working because it's such a key part of everybody's meetings nowadays.